Hello. Welcome back to Bioshock. It's now officially the weekend. Hooray. Guess what, Mom? You're stuck with me again for 2 days. Thank you. All there is the rice. You know what? Instead of doing, I'll just take a break from actually playing the game and just look up stuff. Yes, this is the only reason I'm doing this. And also because the phone's out. Any excuse. Might as well just look up things about Bioshock. You okay with that, Mom? Going dun 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 dun. Might as well look up 7. B. Oh, there it is. Weird, it's one of the first things that actually shows up.
Hey, take a Bud Light Seltzer.
Yeah, sure thing.
What's this?
It's Bud Light Seltzer Mango.
From humble beginnings to the best game of its time, BioShock made waves when it was released over 9 years ago. With its one-of-a-kind underwater setting, expansive lore, eclectic cast, and dozens of literary and historical references, the game is truly entitled to the sweat of its creators' brows. In honor of the recent release of BioShock the Collection, we're diving deep into the development process of the game and its sequel, BioShock 2. Hi, I'm Joey with the leaderboard, and whether you're a die-hard fan or just wondering what all the fuss is about, would you kindly stick around? Because we're here to give you 107 facts about BioShock. Let's get started. Fact 1. BioShock is the first-person shooter sci-fi horror game developed by Irrational Games, known then as 2K Boston, that was released in August 2007 for Microsoft Windows and Xbox 360 platforms. It was published by 2K Games. Number 2. It was inspired a bit by the System Shock series, because although it has no story correlation, it was made by much of the same team who brought similar elements into it. Number 3. Where System Shock was a stylistically cyberpunk game, BioShock has a more biopunk, diesel punk aesthetic, a genre which often emphasizes synthetic biology, human enhancement, and the manipulation of DNA. Sounds like fun. Number 4. BioShock, like System Shock 2, was originally going to be a role-playing game, but there were so many prerequisites for everything, and the programmers felt like gamers had to do way too much just to get to the more interesting parts of the game. Number 5. The project actually had almost no money when it was starting up. The team's efforts went to making the best game they could for as cheap as possible. Luckily, the game became a huge success. Number 6. The original premise for BioShock set it on a space station that had been overrun by genetic mutants. This concept drew on B-movie sci-fis and included enemy names like Eelman and Jellyman. Eventually, this idea was scrapped because, did you hear what I just said? Number 7. The idea to set BioShock in an underwater city came from the necessity of isolation in the storyline. The creators wanted the game to take place somewhere removed from conventional society, and underwater cities hadn't been explored in video games yet. Number 8. The protagonist of the game is Jack, who, for the few lines he has, is voiced by Nate Wells, an employee at Irrational Games who helped design the Big Daddies. I guess you could call him a jack of all trades. Number 9. The only real glimpse of him in the game is not a clear image. It wasn't until the BioShock Infinite DLC, Burial at Sea, scene that a full model was made for him. Number 10. Jack's sweater was inspired by Dorian Hart, an employee at the design team who always wore one like it. Number 11. At the beginning of the game, a business card for Irrational Games could be found inside of Jack's wallet during the plane sequence. Number 12. An unused passport was found in the Bioshock game files, which says Jack's last name is Wynand and that he's from Overlook, Kansas. Many people believe this last name is a reference to Gail Wynand, a character from Ayn Rand's novel The Fountainhead. Number 13. The lead designer of Irrational Games, Bill Gardner, can be seen in the family photo in Jack's wallet. Bill's the one in the middle. Number 14. An unused audio clip reveals that the pilot's name is Captain Cal Franklin. Good to know who you're flying with. Number 15. The plane crash in the opening was based off of the premise of the TV show Lost. The sequence was meant to help players learn more about Jack at the start of the game. For instance, he doesn't like plane crashes. Number 16. According to creator Ken Levine, there was originally going to be a gunfight at the lighthouse, but it was ultimately cut from the game. Number 17. That whale scene in the bathysphere sequence was originally meant to be in the Proving Grounds Museum, but once the swim animation was added, it looked so good that they decided to move it to the beginning of the game to increase the impact of that first underwater view. Number 18. Rapture's founder, Andrew Ryan, is named after Ayn Rand, the objectivist and anti-communist author of Atlas Shrugged. Bioshock draws a lot of elements from Ayn Rand's works, so stay tuned for more references. Number 19. Andrew Ryan and the creation of Rapture were heavily inspired by the life of John D. Rockefeller. Bioshock creator Ken Levine saw the Art Deco style of Rockefeller Center, a style not often seen in games, and heard the story of how its construction was self-funded by Rockefeller himself, and used those as influences for Bioshock. Number 20. Other sources of influence include the book 1984 and the movie Logan's Run, both of which are stories about utopias gone wrong as a result of human flaws. Number 21. More Ayn Rand allusions. Atlas is named for her novel Atlas Shrugged, and Fontaine is named for her novel The Fountainhead. Those two are a bit more obvious, but they still go over some people's heads. Number 22. The Who is Atlas posters are also a reference to the iconic line in Atlas Shrugged, Who is John Galt? Number 23. Atlas originally had a Southern accent, until game testers responded poorly to it, with one person comparing him to a lecherous Colonel Sanders. Nobody trusted Atlas, so they recast and re-recorded all of his lines with the current Irish accent.
Now, would you kindly find a crowbar or something?
Just months before the game's release. Number 24. Atlas's line, I am not a liberator, is based off the quote by the Argentinian liberator Che Guevara. Number 25. The design of the bouncy Big Daddies are based off 19th century French diving suits. Number 26. There was an additional Big Daddy that was cut from the game prior to its release called a Slow Pro FUM, which stands for Slow Moving, Projectile Shooting, F-Up Melee. Its design was eventually repurposed into Bioshock 2's Rumbler. Number 27. The dynamic between Big Daddies and Little Sisters was inspired by ants. Ken Levine was fascinated by the worker-gatherer relationship of ants, and how clearly defined and identifiable those roles are. Number 28. The Little Sisters were not always the 30% cute, 70% creepy little girls we know today. Original designs included crabs and slugs, but they weren't sympathetic enough, and overall couldn't convey emotion the way a human can. Enter the cute, creepy girls. Number 29. The design of the final Little Sisters was inspired by the Grady twins from the horror classic The Shining. Number 30. One of the most notorious pre-Little Sisters designs was a dog in a wheelchair. The design team wanted to draw something really pathetic looking, and lead animator Sean Robinson said it later became a running joke and something that he's still embarrassed about. Number 31. They even had a design of the Little Sisters that made them have a face resembling Gollum from the Lord of the Rings. They wanted to put an old, ugly face on a little girl's dirty and bloody body, and have her mostly bald with only some patches of hair. Really glad they didn't pick this one. I'll be keeping the lights on for a while. Number 32. At one point in the development process, there was not an option to save Little Sisters. The team added it in to create a wall dilemma for the players, leading to the alternate endings. Number 33. So why are there only Little Sisters and no Little Brothers? Well, in the Deco Devolution art book, there actually is a design for Little Brothers, and it's revealed that while they were explored, they never made it into the game. They would have been seen in the inner Persephone therapy rooms. Number 34. The first Splicer ever designed was called Stitchy, and was fully conceived, animated, voice-overed, and placed in-game until the team finally realized that the model was not good. Lead artist Sean Robertson called it the worst abortion that Directional has ever made. Oof, that's one way to put it. Number 35. Before moving on to more human-looking Splicer designs, the team created a lot in the style of Scooby-Doo monsters. Basically, over-the-top, grotesque designs that were just not relatable. Eventually, they decided to switch to humans to evoke more empathy in the antagonists. Number 36. There was an early demo in 2003 available to play on Xbox that showed the Scooby-Doo-esque monsters. The setting back then was still underwater, but it looked all like a space station and everything was pretty clean and Star Trek-y. Before that, there were even plans to have it based on a tropical island populated with Nazis. Not gonna lie, that's pretty scary too. Number 37. The Splicer's faces are based on 1940s mugshot photos from San Francisco. How did the design team find these mugshots? Well, they found a book of them on good old eBay. Number 38. The Waiters Splicers are based on World War I veteran Walter Yo. Yo received reconstructed reconstructive facial surgery by the so-called father of plastic surgery, Sir Harold Gillies. Number 39. The second gameplay demo showed Houdini splicers in the medical pavilion, but they never made it into the final version because they performed their famous disappearing act. Number 40. There were some more bumps in the road besides character changes. Some development issues occurred due to the expansion of Rational's team from 6 to 60 people. There was a lack of communication between departments that created a lot of strife between employees down the line, causing many of them to leave after the game was done. Number 41. The game's lead designer, Paul Hellquist, often butted heads with Ken Levine, so he was left out of some key design meetings. He vented his frustration in his design of the medical pavilion. See? Good art sometimes comes from a dark place. Number 42. In order to show the need for unity between departments, level designer Jean-Paul LeBreton and artist Hogarth de la Plante teamed up and created the Tea Garden area of the game, which served as proof that better communication made for a better game. Ken loved it and showed it off as an example to the rest of the team. Number 43. The reason that Bioshock employs a lot of storytelling through audio files is so that the player can keep full control over what's happening without being disrupted by sudden cutscenes. Number 44. Originally, the gene bank was called Plasma Quick. It was changed after developers found that playtesters were avoiding its machines because they were unsure of what they did, so they made it really clear. Number 45. At one point, the team wanted Jack to mutate more and more with increased plasmid use, creating a moral dilemma for the player about whether they're willing to become a splicer to survive or keep the humanity at the cost of less safety. But the feature didn't even make it in the final cut because you can't even see Jack anyway. There's no humanity to get attached to. Number 46. The clown on the Circus of Values machines is actually a royalty-free image that the developers found. Number 47. There's a sign at the bathysphere entrance that says Taurus Hall, and this is a reference to Jack Torrance, protagonist of The Shining. They really like that movie, huh? Number 48. Arcadia is named after the phrase spoken by Death, "Et in Arcadia ego," which means, even in Arcadia, I exist. Andrew Ryan was originally scripted to say the phrase before releasing Poison into the area, but the line was cut. It's too bad. Sounds like a badass moment. Number 49. In the worldly winery at the Arcadia Farmers Market, there's a cheese wheel with several bullholes in front of it, a reference to the video game classic Pac-Man. Number 50. At one point in time, there was going to be a raptor zoo in Fort Frolic. It was ultimately cut, and very little is known about it, except that there would have been an elephant. The real question? How'd they get it down there? Houdini? Number 51. Near the beginning of the game, Atlas tells Jack that he has a wife and son named Moira and Patrick. However, in Fort Frolic, you can see posters for a musical called Patrick and Moira, foreshadowing the fact that Atlas is lying about who he is. Come on, Atlas. Poster? That's the best you can do? Number 52. The code 0451 is used to open a locked closet in Twilight Field's funeral homes. Employees at Looking Glass Studios, or those partnered with them, always included this number in their games as a reference and small tribute to Fahrenheit 451, the famous sci-fi book about a dystopian society that burned books. The number appears in System Shock and Deus Ex as well. Number 53. If you go to the room with the words "Would you kindly" written on the wall, and look at the table beneath the writing, you'll see a photo from a security camera of Jack's face. It's not the best quality, but you can tell it's him by that god-awful sweater. Number 54. The method of mind control was inspired by movies like The Manchurian Candidate, which required a key phrase in its process. The team couldn't seem to pick a good enough phrase until Ken Levine created the now iconic "Would you kindly" while looking at Bioshock marketing materials that contained quotes like "Would you kill people, even innocent people, to survive?" Number 55. The whole sound palette of Bioshock was based off of real recordings of very old antique machines. Sound designers assembled an old MS-20 and an aged antique 1970s synthesizer for the scenes within the science lab, kicking it old school. Number 56. Voice actors recorded in LA, Boston, and New York with over 40 to 50 different sessions. There was a broad range of characters, and the team had to make sure the voice actors would not project their personalities too much or coming off as cartoonish. Number 57. Some Bioshock numbers for you. There's a total of 30 licensed tracks in the game. As of 2010, 4 million copies of Bioshock have been sold. The final budget of the game ended up being $25 million. Number 58. Bioshock has won several awards, including Game of the Year, Best Xbox 360 Game, and Best Original Score at the 2007 Spike TV Video Game Awards. It also won the 2007 BAFTA Best Game Award and was selected by X-Play as Game of the Year, Best Original Soundtrack, Best Writing/Story, and Best Art Direction. Number 59. Christoph Hartmann, the president of 2K Games, believes that Bioshock could be a franchise of Star Wars proportions, having up to 5 sequels. Well, we're only at 3 games now, and Star Wars 8 is due soon, so get cracking, Bioshock. Number 60. A Big Daddy actually appeared in an episode of The Simpsons. In the episode The Food Wife, Homer and the kids go to the expensive Electronic Entertainment Expo, and the Bowser design can be seen in a gallery with other big video game characters. Number 61. A novel was written by John Shirley called Bioshock Rapture in 2011. It's a prequel to the game that follows multiple characters during the rise and fall of Rapture. Number 62. There was talk of a film adaptation for a while, but it didn't work out in the end. It would have been directed by Gore Verbinski, written by John Logan, and shot in a similar style to 300 using a lot of green screens, but it suffered from various budgetary issues over time, until finally they pulled the plug after 2009's Watchmen was a financial flop. The studio didn't want to risk any more loss. Number 63. Bioshock was followed up 3 years later by a sequel, Bioshock 2, which was developed by subsidiary of Rational Games, 2K Marin.
so blessed expensive.
Donuts with Kentucky Fried Chicken, sweet and savory, cooked to order. Get it in a basket or.
Greetings everyone, my name is Sai, and I'm willing to bet there are a few things you didn't know about the original Bioshock. Let's play a game with this video. If you learned one new thing, I want you to give this video a like. But if you already knew all 10 facts, I want you to leave a dislike guilt-free. Because if you already knew everything, that means I didn't do my job properly. Also, this video will be spoiling the entire game, so you have been warned. So without further ado, here are 10 things...
No, I'm not watching that.
Look, Daddy, it's you.
You want some, big guy? Here they are. Get out of here, freak!
Hey guys, what is up? Niat here with Film and Comics Explained, and today we'll be taking a look at the Big Daddies featuring the awesome Bioshock series developed by 2K Games. The Big Daddies were essentially human beings that had been heavily spliced with Adam, a substance harvested from a type of sea slug that once bonded with human DNA would begin to cause major adaptive mutations in its hosts. They were then grafted directly into heavily reinforced steampunk-inspired atmospheric diving suits, before being armed typically with a rivet gun and a heavy drill, though revisions were made in later models, granting them rocket launchers, mini turrets, and lasers. Their primary purpose was to protect the Little Sisters, which were young girls that had also been genetically modified and conditioned to reclaim Adam from corpses around Rapture. If all of the Little Sisters on a particular level ended up being harvested or saved, the massive daddies could be seen aimlessly wandering the station looking for them, constantly banging on vents before groaning in frustration, and walking away hoping to find another. Aside from the Alpha series, the Big Daddies would communicate by uttering haunting sounds similar to that of whales. They also had a unique bioluminescent chemical substance which filled the helmet, displaying their state of mind with 3 colors: red, green, and yellow. Green indicated that the Big Daddy was hypnotized and friendly. Yellow meant that the Big Daddy was aware but indifferent to his environment, though it should be noted that in this state, they would still instinctively react to people nearby. And if they stood in between them and their little sisters, the Big Daddies would begin to rage, turning red and ruthlessly attacking the assailants.
Alright, let's head back in.
It's over, okay? It's over now. Just get out of my head!
Alright, let's head back. Dude, I don't know where I'm going. Oh god. Oh crap. Oh crap, why I try that? Look buddy, I'm sorry. Maybe I should just attack them if they just have little sisters next to them. Like, not piss them off when they don't have little sisters.
Please, come on out. It'll be so much worse if you hide.
I don't think I'd ever move back to
Wait a second. Cat.
No! You wouldn't move! Seriously, won't you move? go.
Why is that guy there? Why is that guy there? What is he doing to hang out there? It's not a fun place to be. No one loves you guys. Of course. This guy doesn't have anything.
I never got any credit for well, I know where he came from, so whatever.
5 seconds. In 1990.
Right. Yeah, I was trying to talk to him.
I can't find one. God. In the snow? No, of course you can. Freak out. Something about. Finally, a useful weapon against a billion guys. Hello. Yeah, I just wasted a bullet.
I'm sorry, Father. Hold it! I'll kill you first! I send you pestilence!
Ow! Oh, finally, new checkpoint. Where is Big Daddy groaning?
What's that?
I was like, well, I do.
Whoa. Man. Hello. Does anyone know what I'm doing?
I'm trying, Mr. Ryan. Please don't judge me. Please.
Ooh.
Yeah,
New shotgun weapon. Awesome. Yeah. Oh crap. Hey buddy! Buddies! Oh crap! No! Of course, you dang moron! Stupid money. Everyone has apparently got money, but apparently doesn't. Yeah. Right? Perfect! This makes so much sense. Excuse me, I
Crap. Oh crap. No. Run. Where am I going? You know, where's all the weapon stations, man? I can't find any. Stupid atom things, man. They suck.
Where are you?
These
Where are
weapons.
you?
Why? Oh, finally, one of them decided. Too bad that the guy moved. Moved.
Another lie. You know what we do to do that thing?
What?
Judge me! I'll kill you!
No, get away! Can I please just have something, anything to heal myself?
Did you get me, huh?
Finally! A gun!
You lie! That's right!
Sure, it's certainly... It's a gun, and I'm just waiting. Freaking... Oh.
You never are to blood!
No! Just give me some weapon stations, man. Come on. These things don't count. What? Please. Just... they don't do anything. Yeah, of course. Right. Water. Do anything. Sure.
game. Probably
Where is he, Madonna? Where is the little sinner?
Hello. Hi.
And I still enjoy it, yeah. You know, just, you know, preparing taxes. Thinking about getting our VA.
I don't have a health station right now yet. Don't. Hello.
I said, yeah.
Where? Hello. No, I'm just right.
I mean, I'm 54 years old, right?
Where? What am I doing?
I own a duplex.
Hold it, woe be unto you! We'll drown us! Not so
Stupid. Reason why I hate freaking ammo.
Thus
Reloading. Oh, of course. Of course. There was a health station right there. Tired. I hate life. Hate it. Where is one? I seriously can't find anything. I can't.
Oh, here, man.
I'm good enough.
I cannot find. Dad?
Nobody lays a hand on me!
Yep.
Who's keeping the party? Right there.
Big Daddy.
Good or bad?
Indifferent. Unless you touch his little sister. Then he comes back at it. But since he doesn't have a little sister, he doesn't really care. Crap. Crap for that and crap for
Well, tell Lexi to say hi here or talk to her. And everybody else. Okay, great. Yeah, I think that's a perfect idea.
Oh, there we go.
I do too, Sandy.
Hey, bigger. Hey, Mr. Daddy. Do you know anything? Yeah. Oh.
You know what?
The nurse practitioner as well.
Is that the book?
Actually, and
Stupid. It's just so stupid. Why is this a big fetch quest? I can't even find what I'm looking for half the time.
What are you doing?
In here.
Easy to watch.
yeah, that one, the
Hello? Does anyone know where I can find this bullet?
But it was back in the day when you can't just go like
Hello? What happened to these stupid collectibles? It's just one bottle. How is this one so hard to find?
my headlights started flickering.
I swear, I don't even know what I'm looking
Some
for.
other alarms went off, and it was like, you're all here. And then she messaged me 2 days later, she's like,
the effective producers of that. I had hoped to replace them into vegetative state so they would be more pliable.
What am I looking
I'd like
for?
neither of them very
I don't know what it looks like.
Those things implanted in their bellies, they are still children.
Why isn't it so fun?
Sometimes they look at me and they don't stop. Sometimes they smile.
Why do they wear those masks? Maybe there's a part of them remembers how they used to be, how they used to look, and they're ashamed.
Wow. Does anyone know where I could find like these chloroform things? Cause I cannot find them at all. And they're shiny.
But again,
How can I not find something that's supposed to be found? Wait, this place is different now.
I mean, I get it because they're close to the family.
and he needed a color.
Man,
Wait a minute.
like here.
No, 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 no. The game has tricked me. It's tricked me.
My poor boy.
There's no dang way that I literally passed it.
Where I wired through, they had just an open.
You see, I didn't pass it.
Just the fucking comment there.
I'm just wondering
Yeah.
where this is.
The last of it for last of the silicone that I used to yeah. Like, it's really strong stuff. What do you think on my just made it cold for one, but the change in temperature is
Dang it.
oh, it's got water coming out.
If I die.
Yeah, we just need a little bit. I don't want a little way across.
Guessing this Big Daddy has it. It's the only guess I'm getting, because after this, I'm probably gonna have to go look it up. Oh.
He's like, no, I didn't need to. I was like,
The water can go in here, it's
Like,
over
bro.
there.
like, go down there. My place, a little bit of the way.
Well, it is, right?
Oh, man.
Oh, that's fine, but I'd have done it this way.
Yeah, what you should do.
What you should, yeah.
Looking it up.
He's like, my brother finally stopped talking to me about fitness. For a long time, he goes, hey, you should try this out because they're doing this. He's like, bro, you doing that? Then don't talk to me about what people are doing because it's working for them if you're not doing it yourself.
Sometimes it gets on my nerves so much, I'm like, just shut up and let people hit the line. Here to try.
Thank you.
And then my dumbass child wants to, they wanted to keep them an extra night because they wanted to keep new parents for 2 nights just to.
Did they make them watch the video?
Oh, they've watched videos, but the point is, no, they got to go home.
Try those.
He just got a brand new pair.
They're different type of skull candy, right? Touch.
But no,
And they're Bluetooth. but it's also got a cable at
So
work
does his.
Yeah.
where you can plug it in,
Yeah,
and when you
that's right. I
plug
put
it
it in here.
you don't even got to use the.
Right, it's right here.
It doesn't even use the battery of it when you plug it into your phone with the cable.
And I just plugged it in right there, and it's the same charger for my phone, so it
It
works
gets
out.
real loud on the plant side, so I use those ones.
Oh.
And then his, because he's putting them in his backpack, they fold up to like an oval instead of,
Instead of being
Mhm.
like the headband.
yeah.
I'm guessing yours doesn't do it.
What's that? No.
But of course, Kyle and Kayla had to go home so they can test it.
I like it
and
'cause they're all black. I got a little skull right
they
Mhm.
don't.
there. They're comfortable though.
Yeah.
The ones I really liked back in the day, when I was doing a lot of traveling with the ball team and the running team, Mom got me this Discman. It was a Bose Quiet Comfort. So it was a
But they come off
nice
the
size
speaker.
Discman, but the headphones, they were on, I literally could not hear it.
I get told to replace them in
Quiet Comfort. When you're on
Hear all that,
to hear all the
that noise on the plane.
I will be calling from Lazarus Vector again. If you do, best head to a crafting station.
Oh my goodness. Why?
I'm literally just wondering what I'm doing.
Would you kindly join me for another episode of... And I am supposed to be making something called the Lazarus Vector.
But where's the last one? I seriously don't know where to find this. The stupid. Another one. I can't find one. It's like they disappeared off the face of the earth. I'm actually being serious. I don't know where to go. Like, where am I supposed to go?
What is the greatest lie ever created? What is the most vicious obscenity ever perpetrated on mankind? Slavery. Holocaust. No. The tools with which
I'm
all that
sorry, Father.
Oh, there it is.
I'll do what you say. I'll do what you say.
Where are these things? Where? I don't get it. I'm having a mental breakdown for what I don't get. Hey, Sean, this out there. Where am I going? Like, now I know I have to build. What? Did you realize that I've looked everywhere around here? Obviously not. No more here.
What up, dude?
What's up? Pretty good.
The last guy from Black Panther was tattoo.
No, I got travel.
Look how it is!
Oh, there it is.
Bioshock?
Yep. Now.
Do you have all the components for the Lazarus Vector yet?
Yes.
If you do, best head to a crafting station. Then, head back to Langford's lab and put the whole witch's
your
brew
day?
in the mixer.
Pretty good.
That should clear this fog right up.
Great. No.
Now we're talking about tattoos.
Oh, we got the player.
So, yeah, how we got that guy on the player. So he was his military. Then we got the Black Panther. We got that wrong.
Dang it. Oh! I know where that crafting station is now. I have to go back to the winery. I really don't like that place.
Welcome to the Circus of Value. Come back when you get some money, buddy.
I haven't seen this one before. Nobody lays a hand on me! You didn't have it
Dang it.
I sent you another one, Madonna.
Keep dying.
Holy crap.
They're like old bedroom.
Oh.
I
Flip
get it.
over.
Ah.
That chair in there.
I get it.
But
The rest of your life,
they haven't slept in crazy places like this. So that is really nothing. Remember when we do a tent city symmetry?
From the sound of that US vent, I'm guessing you're the proud papa of a brand new Lazarus Vector. Now drop the Vector into a gadget called Central Misting Control. Then we'll do cook more gas.
person made this in 1950?
That game.
No. This game is set in 1960.
I mean, someone created a virtual city that is underwater and somehow solved air pressure, like water pressure and stuff.
Like, that's just weird.
Don't fight the inevitable.
I will avoid the inevitable, Mr. Ryan, because you're an ass. Go, go, go. Oh, crap.
Sickening, isn't it?
They call Connie. See, Janie just called. Who is it?
Yeah, must be some dude. Buddy ran into a freaking Walmart.
There we go.
Dude was wearing two different officer wings.
Oh, okay.
It seems Julie's death didn't provide a clear enough lesson to him.
Yeah.
Perhaps this was
Had one officer.
Ryan's got your number. No doubt he'll be sent to company. Best to head back
The
to
other
the
doors.
Lazarus and seal her up. Might be the only way to keep the splicers out.
He was like brigadier on the other. Had some crazy Pentagon medals on that shit.
Why is our Big Daddy in here?
I was like, bro, tell me later. He's like, has no idea how bad it was. Got called on me.
I sent you a wee package to the new lot. It's not much, but every
Yeah.
little bit counts.
Said, well,
Did you get that door
well,
closed? Such a voice of time.
arrive on scene and figure out why he's causing this. He's gonna see that and like, that's not oh shit. Chances are that comes with that too.
Ah,
What's taking so long?
Yeah, right there. Hear that? Sounds like somebody ran. Oh yeah.
there we go.